Look, I want you to stop what you're doing, close your eyes and just visualize with me for a second. Back to when you were in high school. Now, when I got an email from Kimiana Jones Bay saying that she had a plan to tackle affordable housing in St. Mary Parish and that it involved tiny homes, I had to see it for myself. So you know what? Let me take you guys inside. Now, it may be small in size, but this tiny home is laying a big foundation for how the parish thinks about housing. She was just 16 years old. Now, her death is at the center of a homicide investigation. I'm Joshua Moton, your St. Martin Parish reporter, with details on Iris Davis and the search for answers after her body was found in this field. If you zoom in a little bit, you can see some houses in the distance. It was just minutes away from her home.
I said, ma'am, what's going on? Why are you doing this? Oh, you didn't hear, ma'am? They find that little girl dead. I said, what little girl? That little girl that was missing, and I caught a fit. I just went in the house and cried. I didn't want to believe that.
The search for Iris Davis ended Monday when her brother found her body in a field near Myray Street, just blocks from the home she shared with her grandmother. I spoke with St. Martinville Police Chief Ricky Martin, who believes she had been there for some time. Now investigators are working with the coroner's office to determine a cause of death. She was last seen Sunday, July 13th, but was officially reported missing on the 17th. I'm trying to make sense of that gap.
So that gap, but we still trying to make sense of that gap. So part of the investigation is we're trying to, find out why she went missing on the 13th. She was reported missing on the 17th.
Her death has shaken the St. Martinville community, and for those close to her like Katrina Mallory, she tells me she's still in disbelief.
And I always had check on her. I'd be watching and seeing if she playing in the yard. Yeah. She'd be playing on that swing and everything, And then my grandson said, we graduating. We going on to the 12th grade. And I said, she's going to be graduating. And look, can we graduate?
I ain't going home until this is done. This case is affecting me, and it's just the totality of everything.
Police say they have multiple suspects and have investigators working with the coroner's office to determine a cause of death. But for those who knew her, one thing is certain.
She was a sweetheart. Yeah. There's nothing bad about that child, I can tell y'all right now.
So I heard that a James Beard semifinalist was right here in Lafayette. The award is considered one of the most prestigious culinary awards, and I couldn't believe it. So I looked it up, and lo and behold, a Madonna Broussard came up. But how did she get to where she is? And better yet, who is she? With all these questions in mind, I decided to drive up to a restaurant and ask her, what's your story?
My grandmother was Laura. Started since 1968, and we're a bunch of little Lauras all coming along, following the plate lunch dream of rice and gravy. So if you know us, you know.
And clearly, many know. Owner Madonna Broussard explains Laura's too got its name because she's the second generation of family to run the restaurant after learning her cooking from Laura, her late grandmother.
At a young age, I picked pepper with my grandparents, a very young age, probably playing around a lot of it, but that brought where our spice began.
Madonna tells me that while she was surrounded by soul food her whole life, it wasn't until 2000 that she took over her family business, allowing her the opportunity to showcase the diverse flavors and spices in her cooking.
Child, I never meet a stranger. I will let you know about a plate lunch in Walmart or anywhere. I wanted to make this living room, dining room, feel like I'm gonna get a plate and I'm just gonna come on the other side and I'm gonna engage and possibly make a friend.
Friends like the late chef Anthony Bourdain, who came to her restaurant in 2018 for a spot on his Parts Unknown show.
That time for us was the most significant time because they got as real as it gets. We didn't have time to really prepare. So what the world saw on CNN is it's true and uncut.
But Madonna believes it's that authenticity, coupled with her popular stuffed turkey wings, that's led to her James Beard semifinal status.
This made it just feel like people are really watching and we're included and just don't know what it'll bring for us. We just follow the plate lunch dream. Actually, the rice and gravy dream.
A dream that began with family.
My grandma Laura, my grandpa Louise Broussard. This was our old spot, our old Laura's location. We were all food. It was all Big Mama's house.